Hey leaders, Pastor John here. This is the vlog for May 2nd and 3rd. Yes, we're already into May. So we have, I've decided over the next few weeks to do topics that students struggle with. Last week in senior high we talked about depression, and in junior high we talked about idols. This week in both groups we're going to talk about lying and the tongue and gossip and all the stuff that is entailed in that. And so I'm going to hit that pretty hard. It's going to prove to bring up some pretty intense discussion. So let me go through the true-false questions that I've got for you this week. And these might be controversial, but let me pull them up. We'll read them. You can contact me with any questions you might have. Number one, there are times I need to stretch the truth to protect myself. God is okay with that. The answer to that is definitely false. God does not allow us to stretch the truth to protect ourselves, especially when it comes to things like where we stand with our faith. He doesn't allow us to hide our faith to save our skin. He wants us to be bold for our faith. So lying is a no-no in that scenario. Question number two, though, is it is never okay to lie. The answer to that, interestingly enough, is false. And the reason I say that is in the book of Joshua, chapter 2. Rahab lies about where the spies are hiding. She sends the king's men in another direction. And so that brings into this whole discussion a question of, is it ever okay to lie? And the Bible seems to indicate when it is in the protection of someone else or the innocent, it is okay to lie. We would never condemn the Christians that hid Jews in World War II and sent German soldiers in other directions. Number three, even if no one gets hurt, lying is still not okay in the sight of God. That is definitely true. Again, we make sure in all these answers we talk about what is the purpose. Like, is this to just either save my skin or make me popular or whatnot? But no, it is, even if you tell little white lies and no one's supposed to get hurt, God's glory gets hurt. Number four, if I overhear something about someone, I should ask a bunch of people about it so I get my facts straight. False. This is called gossip. Okay? Discussion questions. What is it about gossip that gets us so hooked? So open up the discussion on why we're so interested in hearing about other people. I mean, our entire culture actually revolves around this idea of wanting to know so much about somebody else's life instead of just living quietly and minding our business and doing what we're supposed to do. Number two, should you cover for a friend if they're doing something self-destructive but they asked you not to say anything? This is one that I hope that a lot of high schoolers and even junior hires struggle with. I hope this one develops conversation. Because our friends do stupid stuff, but then they ask us not to say anything to anyone, to parents, to somebody who can help. This actually flows out of the depression talk that we had last week for senior high. And so hopefully you will come to the conclusion that no, if my friend's doing something self-destructive, I need to go to the proper people to help that person. Number three, what is it about lying that God hates? Why does it tarnish His glory? So get into the discussion on that. Talk about God is a God of truth. He is a God who loves truth, and all truth is in Him, and so that's why God hates it. It is contrary to His character. And it tarnishes His glory. When Christians lie and they get caught in it, it tarnishes God's glory. Number four, and lastly, what should you do if you know that a friend is lying about something? So say you've got a friend who's living a lie, lying to their parents. They keep saying that they're doing something that they're supposed to be doing, but they're not, or they're not doing something that they should be doing, and you know about this. What do you do? And hopefully that will generate some discussion. So that's what I've got for you this week. Thanks for all you do. I'll be praying for you. Bye-bye.